Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of our project, which is employee management system. As we have discussed that today we will learn to create database, to create different tables and to populate the data. So let's start it. First of all, we have to create database. So to create the database, we need to write the command create database, and then we have to give the name of this database. So I am giving here as EmployeeDB. Okay. Now let's run it. After running, we have to refresh from here. And then after refreshing, we can see that EmployeeDB is visible. So it means our database is created. Now we have to instruct SQL that we are going to use this particular database. So we have to write use EmployeeDB. Okay. Now run it. Now this EmployeeDB is highlighted with the bold. It means whatever work we are going to do will come into this database. Now the second step is to create the tables. So let's have a look on the tables. These were our tables: attendance, right, department, employee project, CSV, salary. So these tables we will create. So first of all, let's create attendance table. Okay, and in attendance we have to give these columns. So we'll write create attendance, create table attendance, and then opening of the bracket. Now we have to give the name of the columns. So the columns are attendance ID, employee ID, date, and status. So first of all, we will write attendance ID. We have to give the data type. So data type I'm taking here as varchar, and the limit is 20. Then employee ID, varchar, limit is 20 I'm giving. My table is very small. If we have large number of tables, then if we have large number of values, then we have to increase this number because ID might go to 1000 and more than that. So employee ID, attendance ID, and then after that it is date and status. So we'll write here date. Date's data type is date only. And let's give it, date is a keyword, so we cannot give it date. Let's make it DATE or date 1 we can write. Fine. Now we have to write its data type, which is date. Okay. Bracket. And the last one is status. So status 1, let's take it as status 1, and it will be varchar. Now close the bracket and semicolon. Now run it. After running, we have to refresh from here, and then we can see the arrow is visible. Now our attendance table has been created here. So the tables columns are attendance ID, employee ID, date 1, status 1. I haven't taken date and status as it is because they are reserved keywords. Okay. Now we have to create another table, which is department. For department, there are department ID, department name, manager ID, and location. So I am going to copy paste this, and I will change the value simply. Okay. So this time I have to make a table, not attendance, it is department. Department. Now it is not attendance ID, it is department ID. Okay, then department name. So department ID, and then department name. Okay, increase this value to 50. Now after department name, there is manager ID and location. Okay, so here we have to write manager ID. Then we have to write here location. And for location, I am giving it's 50. Okay, now run this. After refreshing, we can see one more table is created, department. Now we have to create another table. So simply copy it and paste it. Now just, Now we need to simply replace the values. Okay. So what will be our next table? Our next table will be employee. Okay. So we have to write here employee. And in employee table, what are the columns? So it is employee ID, first name, last name. So first of all, we have to write here employee ID, then first name, then last name. Okay, and make it 50. Now the next one is a department ID, hire date, salary. Department ID, hire date, and salary. Salary I'm taking as int here. And the next one is what? So next one is gender, email, phone number. Now gender I'm taking as char. Okay, and I'm giving the limit as 1 only. Email ID and phone number. So email ID again varchar, and then phone number. Phone number varchar. So I'm taking here as 12. Okay, and we need to delete this location part. Now run it. After refreshing, we can see that employee table is also created. Now copy this whole table and paste again to create another table which is about employee project. So this time we are making employee project table. Okay, and in employee project table, what are the columns? So columns are employee ID, project ID, role. Employee ID, project ID, and role. So here it is employee ID. Now project ID. Now role. Okay, role is again here a keyword, so we'll write role 1, and then the start date and the end date of the project. So start date is equal to date, comma, end date is equal to date. Okay, this is it. Anything else? So start date and end date, fine. Now just run this. After running, we can see that our employee project table is also created. Now one more table. Guys, when you will practice these things now, so this is simply basic concepts, and at the initial phase, these simple concepts also look very difficult. So I am making this project and I utilize such 6 tables so that we are used to create the table. Okay, there is no what if, how, such questions while creation. We become used to of it. Now we will create another table. So we have to copy paste here, and another table is our project table. So I'm making here project. I hope you guys are doing it along with me. If you are not doing along with me, then everything is waste. Nothing will work, guys. Okay, because tomorrow never comes and you will forget to do your practice. So just do it with me. You can, if you haven't started yet, then please pause the video and go and arrange your whatever system you have, and just start doing it. Just start doing it. Project ID, project name, department ID. Okay, so this time we have to create the project table, project ID, project name, project ID, project name, department ID, and start date, end date, and then budget, project manager ID. Budget I'm taking as int, project manager ID, as varchar. Now status. Okay, so status I am taking as varchar 20. Now just run it. Once check if there is any error. So it is project ID, project name, department ID, start date, end date, budget, project manager ID. Fine, everything looks fine. Now just run it. And after running, we have to refresh from here. After refreshing, we have seen that our project table is created. Now the last table. Okay, and this table tells about the salary. So this salary table, there is salary ID, employee ID. So first of all, we have to write here salary ID, employee ID, and then it is salary bonus. Okay, so salary bonus deduction and then effective date. Okay, and this effective date will be under date. Now just close the bracket, delete this. Now run this, and after running we can see our salary table is also created. So here guys, we have successfully created all 6 tables. Okay, first one is attendance, see, then department, okay, then employee project, and then salary. Now we have to import all the data into these tables. So to populate the data, we need to right click over here on the table icon. Then we need to click on this table data import wizard. Then we have to give the path, and it is attendance table. Okay. Then we need to click on next. Again next. Now again we need to click on next, and then again next, and then we will click on again next. Here we can see that 50 records has been imported and then finished. Now click again on this table icon, and you can see all data has been populated here. Okay. Now come to our next table, which is department. Again we have to right click over here on the table icon. So table data import wizard, click over here. Now select the department. Here it is department table. Now next, use existing table, because the table we already created, the structure that we already created, we have to simply populate the data into that structure. That's why I'm clicking here over use existing table, right? Now next, and then again next, and then next, we can see that 17 records has been imported. Then again employee table data import wizard. Now we have to select the employee table this time. Next, use existing table. Next, once you will do these things repeatedly, then you will become pro. Okay, see, not pro, we get some error also. So what is this error? Let's have a look, because this must have contained some, wait a minute guys. Okay, so there is some none fields also. We need to rectify these none fields. So where is our file? Here it is. Oh, let's have, okay, so we have to delete these things. Okay, now it's fine. Now just save it again, save as CSV, and then do it again. Now for the employee table, we need to right click over here, table data import wizard, and now it's employee table, next, and then next, again next, and then execute, and then again, oh sorry, your next is not visible, right? Wait a minute. Okay, so now again next, and then finished. So our 30 records has been imported. Now the next file, which is employee project. So we have to right click over here, next, okay. Sorry, not next, we have to give the path. So give the path here for the employee project this time. Now next, use existing table, it is fine, next, and then finished. Now the next, which is project. We have to click over here, give the path of project, here is the project, and next, 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 next. Now the last one is salary. So we have to give the path of the salary table, Now next, and 30 records imported. Now guys, ये जो tables थी ये बहुत कम कैपेसिटी के वैल्यूज थे, इसमें बहुत कम स्टोरेज थे, सो ये बहुत जल्दी आपका इंपोर्ट हो गया है. जो लार्ज फाइल्स होंगी दे विल टेक अप टू 1 to 2 minutes ऑल्सो. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ योर कंप्यूटर एज वेल. ओके, सो नो नीड टू गेट वरीड. अगर आप किसी वेबसाइट से डेटा ले रहे हो, ये जो मैंने डेटा सेट क्रिएट किया है इट इज माई ओरिजिनल डेटा सेट, सो दैट्स वाई जल्दी हो गया है इसमें. ओके, बट जो आप कैगल से लोगे या रियल टाइम डेटा लोगे वो इतनी जल्दी नहीं होंगे. दे विल डेफिनेटली टेक सम टाइम इफ द डेटा इज लार्ज. सो आपको उसमें पेशेंस रखना है, वरीड नहीं होना है. ओके, नाउ क्विकली हैव अ लुक ऑन ऑल ऑफ आवर टेबल्स. सो दीज आर आवर टेबल्स. ठीक है, सो नाउ टेबल्स आर क्रिएटेड. Our next step is to execute the queries, and those queries we will execute in our next video. See guys, you simply have to follow me if you are a beginner or you are somewhere at intermediate stage. Also me, and I'm always here and ready to help you out. So if any problem, any query guys, please do comment in the comment section. And guys, thank you so very much. Take care. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.